What's up, nerds? Welcome to the D-Day Podcast, episode 27. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Derrick, and alongside me, as always,
it's me.
It's Brian Anderson.
That's right.
It's good to be here, Brian.
Always.
It's good to be here. No show last week. There was a lull in things happening after E3.
Yeah, it normally is.
So we took the week off, but we did a little bit of experimenting, and we have a community show now.
Yeah.
For the community, by the community. So if you had another podcast on your feed last week, that's what it was. Matthew Keel, shout out to you for co-hosting that thing, and all the people who've helped us out with that community show. It's really, really cool to see the community having a show.
Yeah.
Based around us. Two dumb dudes who sit in a basement and play games all day. So
that's what we do.
It's cool though. It's real cool. Dude, I cannot get into Uncharted.
I don't know why. It looks sweet.
I don't know why, man.
I haven't played it yet.
Oh, well, you should.
I'm waiting for you to beat it so I can just borrow it from you. That's like the plan.
Yeah, I mean, that's usually the plan, right? One of us beats the game, we let the other one borrow it. That's usually the plan. What have you been playing lately?
I've been trying to finish off Dragon Age. I've had that for like over a year, and I'm almost done with it. And then I bought Dark Souls.
Oh boy,
I'm gonna jump on that boat. I mean, summer is such like there's really not a lot coming out, so
that's true.
I figured I need a game to play during the summer.
That's true.
Dark Souls looks good.
Yeah. One thing that was announced last week though, when we didn't have a show, was that BioShock collection.
Yeah, but I have all the BioShock games.
I know, but now they're pretty.
I'm not gonna buy them. I didn't like them that much. I wasn't. I mean, they were cool, but I'm not like. It's not. I'm waiting for Skyrim remastered. That's it. That's what I want.
That's all. I
did hear that Red Dead is going to be backwards compatible in the upcoming days. So
on Friday, it's coming.
That I'm actually very excited.
It's actually $3.99 on the Xbox store right now.
Yeah, I mean that game. I'll probably play through that again. That game's awesome, especially the DLC for it, the Undead Nightmare or whatever. I think that's not what it's called.
Yeah, Undead Nightmare.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. So that one. I mean, I only played through that DLC once. So I can't wait to get back into it.
Didn't even play the DLC.
Oh, it was so good. It's awesome. I mean, if you like zombies,
yeah,
and you like Red Dead, then it's just amazing.
That's like one of the few Rockstar games I actually like, because like I've never really got into Grand Theft Auto at all. Like, I don't know, it's just something about it just doesn't do anything for me. And like Bully was okay, but man, Red Dead was so good.
Red Dead's awesome.
Red Dead is so.
That's probably my favorite Rockstar game.
Good.
Yeah.
Man, what a great game.
John Marston.
Yeah. Dude, I just want to play that game really bad now.
I know.
Now I'm just sitting here thinking about it.
You gotta wait, but so that's coming out. I mean, like I said, I don't really know what else is getting released this summer.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that Batman collection was supposed to be, but it got delayed.
Again, it's just like it's just games I want something new. Like,
right.
I mean, the collections are sweet because, like the Skyrim one, like, so there's something for everyone. When they do release those, there's going to be a fan of those games who wants it, but the ones that they're releasing aren't, like, top priority for me.
Yeah.
So I'm not losing my shit over it.
Yeah. Yeah, summer's always just that backlog time, pretty much.
That's what it is. That's why, like, every summer,
I
just, like, all the games I bought during the year and didn't play because I'm usually playing, like, online, competitive stuff. I usually will then knock those out. Like Dragon Age, I'm finally going through that, and it's fun. I mean, it's good. It's all right. I'm not. Inquisition isn't the first Dragon Age. Origins, I think, it was still my favorite, and I know Dragon Age 2 got a lot of shit, but I even almost like that one better than Inquisition. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's hard. I just like if I'm playing a game and all I care about is when I'm going to get to the end, that's when I know it's like not that great.
Right.
When you're playing a game and you're like, man, I never want this to end, that's when you know, like, that's a great game. But Dragon Age, I just am kind of trying to hit that finish line.
Yeah. I've been watching you, and like it looks fun. I got it for $9.
It is fun. Oh, I mean, I'm not trying to rip it, but usually I love playing those kind of games because I get like lost in the side quests, and they're not really that great. So I'm just really trying to like bust out them. I'm just trying to get to the end. The story's good though.
Yeah,
I do like the story.
Yeah, BioWare's side quest stuff is like kind of weird. Mm-hmm. Like as much as I love Mass Effect and like. They give you like the set side quests, and that's kind of it.
Yeah,
like
Mass Effect 2
Mass Effect 2 had the loyalty missions, but
those were sweet.
Those were the side quests.
Yeah, but those were awesome.
Oh yeah, those were awesome, but those were like the side quests.
It's not like the side quests for Skyrim or The Witcher, where like you will get lost doing those, and you'll even forget. Oh shit, there is a main quest. In this one, I'm just
right.
And I've done a lot of them, and there's like a lot of different areas to visit that you don't really have to. And I've gone to all of them, and I'm just kind of tired with it, and I just want to finish.
Just want to beat it.
I just want to beat it at this point.
Yeah. We have a good show for you this week. We're doing. We're going to talk about the canceled Call of Duty Roman Empire project.
Oh, that actually sounds kind of sweet.
Yeah. It's midway through the year. We're going to talk a little game of the year watch a little bit.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't really been overly impressed with the game so far this year.
And we're gonna check in with the listeners because we got a ton of mail. We're probably not gonna answer all the mail that we got, but first we're gonna talk about this little issue Blizzard is having with a gamer who has created this cheat mod.
Yeah. Is it for Overwatch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're suing him.
That seems kind of excessive. They did say that they were going to like crack down on cheaters and stuff like that, but usually they just ban you. I mean, suing is...
Well, they already banned him for one,
yeah,
but this program is out there for people to use on PC. Let's read the quote from Blizzard. This is from GameInformer.com. Blizzard's business depends upon its games being enjoyable and fair for players of all skills, and Blizzard expends an enormous amount of time and money to ensure that this is the case. The Bossland hacks destroy the integrity of Blizzard games, thereby alienating and frustrating legitimate players, diverting revenue from Blizzard to defendants. Later it goes on to say that it impacts players. They said it is projected. I guess this isn't just affecting Overwatch. About $15 a month and about $224 per year per player. So apparently it's affecting more than Overwatch. I guess it's affecting games like Diablo and StarCraft. So I guess this is a bigger deal than I originally thought it was going to be. But this guy basically, if you haven't been following this, a gamer created this program where it takes advantage of Overwatch players like spending money and playing in the free play. What's it called? Quick play mode, and like kind of helps you cheat at the game on PC. And there's also one for Diablo. I mentioned StarCraft in here. So basically, Blizzard's going after this guy because they're costing the company money, pretty much.
So wait, I'm confused on what this cheat is doing. You said like, is it making him so that like he has an advantage over other players, or that it's affecting the loot crate system? Because when you start messing with that kind of stuff, where like money is involved in transactions, I can see maybe. I still think it's crazy, but like if he's doing something where he's affecting like the loot crates, and he's or which that stuff you get is all cosmetic anyways. Nothing you get from that is gonna give you an advantage in the game. But if he's like robbing them of money, then that's you can't do that. That is illegal. That's almost stealing in a way. Or like if it was like Black Ops and it was those whatever the fuck the crates are, the crypto keys or whatever, and you're like finding a way to get those for free and getting a lot of them, yeah, like you can't really do that. If it's something where like he has unlimited health, or his gun always like aims right at him or something. Like that's just something where you should just ban him.
Right. Well, it looks like that this bot program, there's by reading this article, it looks like there's a couple different parts to this program where one, it helps increase
The hitbox.
hitboxes, and it adds an automated bot program where it aims automatically.
That's what I'm talking about. Like that stuff, that you should just get banned for that. I mean, like, shame on you for doing it, but you shouldn't sue somebody for it. I mean, cheats have been around since games have been around.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's just I know now that you're getting into like the competitive stuff. That's where things
Right.
People get pissed off when you're cheating in that kind of shit, and I don't blame them. I'm one of those people.
Blizzard also claims that Botsland's Honor Buddy hack for World of Warcraft has led to the thousands of customers canceling their subscriptions, and it's hacking their accounts as well, which is also
Well, if you're hacking other people's accounts and stuff, then maybe I don't know. Maybe they're gonna make an example of them. Maybe I would say that's because have you ever? I mean, how often does this happen? That a company sues someone for cheating. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
No, usually they just ban them or like let's take Nintendo for example. People like use Nintendo hacks all the time before Mario Maker came out to make Mario levels on PC to make like super hard Mario levels and assets and stuff. And Nintendo usually just sends out a cease and desist.
Right.
So like that stuff happens a lot.
Yeah.
And like they don't
no harm, no foul, really.
Right. But I mean, this guy seems to be hacking people's accounts, cheating, stealing from Blizzard like loot boxes, and it mentions World of Warcraft. It mentions Diablo. It mentions Heroes of the Storm, which is big for them.
Yeah.
This company also offers bots for Star Wars: The Old Republic, Neverwinter, Final Fantasy 14. So, like, Blizzard's not the only company being affected
Apparently
by this.
not, no.
So,
well, we'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on this.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty serious thing. There's not a lot of information in this article saying what this guy's doing, except that it's a form of altered anti-spyware software that hacks its way into people's accounts and is cheating. Like, it allows them to cheat at the game, the one part, but the other part, the serious part, which is what I think Blizzard's more concerned about, is stealing and hacking people's accounts.
Yeah, if you're hacking other people's accounts.
So that's
not good.
That's an interesting little thing. I thought we should at least
that is
discuss.
Interesting. We'll see what happens. We'll have to keep an eye on it and see.
Yeah.
Who's gonna win that? I think Blizzard will.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure Blizzard will win. If not financially, at least that guy will probably go to. I'm sure there's some kind of federal crime there.
Hacking is illegal.
Yeah.
Even if it's something as to some people, hacking into someone's account might seem minor, but there's account information in those accounts.
Right. Especially like people who have World of Warcraft accounts for like 11 years now.
Yeah.
Like if you're hacking into their accounts and taking from their accounts and causing them to cancel their subscriptions, like that's a huge.
Well, then you're affecting the business and because this is all about money, and if Blizzard's going to start losing, I'm sure not going to lose money, but any sort of loss, they're not going to enjoy seeing that.
Yeah. But we're going to keep an eye on that. We may have an update for you in the future with that. Who knows? But let's get to something kind of more interesting and fun, and something that I think I would have liked to seen back in the day. There's been a ton of stories coming out about Roman Wars, the lost Call of Duty game. Now, there's an article on IGN. They have a trailer for it. GameSpot has a huge article about the history of this game. Basically, when Activision was experimenting with the Call of Duty franchise after Modern Warfare.
This was in 2013, right?
No, this game was pitched in 2009. So, Around 2008, Activision began actively courting pitches for a new Call of Duty installment, planning to expand the series based on its increasing success at the time. One of those ideas was a very different take called Roman Wars, which would have followed a soldier in the Julius Caesar's 10th Legion, technically the Spec Ops of its day. So, did you watch this trailer? Mm-hmm. Did you see it? It's like, it was this weird...
sounds like Rise.
Yeah, it was this weird mashup of third person and first person. Instead of vehicles, you rode horses, obviously. Right. Sword play, bows and arrows, sword and shield type thing. Later, it was... this is an update from Games Radar. While the original Call of Duty logo can be seen at the beginning of the video, taken from the original pitch reel, the gameplay is from a build that was later repurposed and pitched to Ubisoft as just Roman Wars. After key members of Activision left, this custom branded version was apparently not cleared by either company, and a lot of things went down around the time with Guitar Hero and other projects. It was a volatile time at Activision. So, I mean, that's kind of the time when, like, I guess Guitar Hero was on its way down.
Yeah.
They were pumping out licensed products that were real crappy. Tony Hawk was on its way down with those weird skateboard peripherals.
Yeah.
So, Call of Duty was kind of Activision's only bread and butter franchise at the time, I guess you would say. So, but it's interesting that they were willing to take that risk, because Activision is all about the safe route, it seems like.
Yeah, it didn't sound like that guy very far off the ground, though.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they had this vertical slice of this trailer where, like, you can see what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like Rise.
Yeah,
to me.
So, it sounds like a cool idea. I probably would have played it. It's different.
I mean, I bought Rise and played it, so obviously I would have been interested in a game like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, clearly, because people say what you want about Rise. I enjoyed that game.
Yeah. It was a solid launch game.
Solid launch game.
So,
I mean, it really showed off the how beautiful a game can look. You know, there really was no multiplayer or anything like that, but it was pretty cool. And that's exactly what that looks like, the third person type thing. But you know, it's hard to do multiplayer with melee weapons.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm really curious how For Honor is going to work.
Yeah.
But we'll see if someone can pull it off.
That's interesting.
If you can pull it off, it'll be sweet. If you can do it.
That's actually a really interesting comparison, because the combat in the trailer, like the hand-to-hand combat, actually reminds me of For Honor a little bit. This experiment came out of Vicarious Visions, a studio which Activision had bought in 2005 and has largely been responsible for Skylanders since the project was canceled. This company also worked on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, and that's kind of where that story ends. But Games Radar, IGN, and Game Informer all have trailers if you want to see this game. It looks real cool. Definitely a different take on the Call of Duty franchise. Something pretty interesting, I think.
I don't know. I just don't know how it would have worked when Call of Duty is so online, like multiplayer based. Because no one really, like I said, and I've said it 1,000 times, no one buys Call of Duty to play the campaign. Everyone buys it to play online. Right. I think I'm not sure how that would have worked.
I think the research shows that only like 13% of Call of Duty players actually finish the campaign.
That sounds about right. I don't.
When was the last time you played a Call of Duty campaign? Did you play Black Ops 3 campaign at all? Did you play, what was the last one?
I didn't play Advanced Warfares, and I think I did do Ghosts, just because I bought that game with my PS4, and I only had like that and NBA and Assassin's Creed, which was great. Black Flag was great.
Black Flag's
but
great.
I beat Black Flag, and I was like, NBA was cool, but I needed something to play, and I think I did go through Ghost, but I haven't played the last two campaigns after that, because like I said, nobody does play. Like, it's 13%. That's pretty low. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that sounds right, because not a lot of people do that. So.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's an interesting concept, but like you said, Rise ended up kind of looking like it took some elements of that game and made it better. And like the multiplayer stuff might have not worked as well as they hoped, because that's why people play Call of Duty games. So
right,
interesting concept.
It is interesting.
Showed up.
It's weird. It's just weird. It just doesn't seem like.
Yeah, it showed up on Monday and online, like all these stories everywhere. I thought it was something cool. But anyways, we're going to get into our main topic of the week. Top games on Metacritic right now. We're going to our game of the year watch, as they would say. I just want to point out.
I'm not impressed.
I just want to point out that the second highest rated game on this list, even though it can't count towards a game of the year if we would ever vote on it or whatever, Twilight Princess HD, the best Zelda game.
I'm not
the second highest rated game behind
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
If that's a compliment to Twilight Princess or how weak the game lineup has been so far this year. And I hate to say it, but I think it's the second there.
I'm just saying, Twilight Princess is the best Zelda game.
Okay, no, it's not. But that's not what we're going to sit here and argue about. Because it's not. That's just ridiculous. But the fact that it's the second top game on Metacritic, and these are just games released this year, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Since January.
That shows how crappy the games have been. I mean, if you look at this list, it's not impressive.
Yeah, let's go down the list real quick and give our initial thoughts, even if we haven't played the game yet, because I do want to get to some of these games that we haven't played. Uncharted 4 has a 93.
So that's the highest, 93.
Is the highest, yes. Inside has a 91, just released last week.
I don't even know what
remember
that is.
Limbo?
Yeah, I remember Limbo.
It's like the pseudo sequel to Limbo. It's the same company.
So it's an indie game.
Yeah, it's their new game.
So an indie game is the third.
Oh, that's not the only indie game.
I see quite a few.
Overwatch has a 91.
That surprises me that it's that high. It's good, but would you rate it in the 90s? Would you put Overwatch in the 90s?
No. Overwatch
I would
for
put
me,
it in the. I'd
Overwatch
put it like 80. Like
Overwatch
mid-80s.
for me is the same. Has that same feel that Battlefront had for me.
I don't know. I'm not. I mean,
It's a fun game, but I don't think it has enough to it, and I think it could have benefited from some sort of I was listening to a podcast today where they were talking about an Overwatch campaign, what it would look like if they ever did one, and it sounded pretty cool. And I was like, yeah, I would totally play an Overwatch campaign, a co-op.
Well, it's the
Overwatch
same thing
campaign.
with the first Titanfall. That game suffered because it didn't. Games that, and it's funny because of how we say, Call of Duty should only release a campaign or a multiplayer. Like that's it.
Yeah, but for $30.
But that's different because that game's out and it's established and people know. And to be honest with you, when you got Modern Warfare and the second one, you played those campaigns and they were pretty cool. But now at this point, you don't give a shit.
Right.
But games that are coming out and they're fresh, you kind of want a campaign. It gives you a way to learn about the characters. You know what I mean?
That's the big part.
And that's it helps kind of give them a personality. And you might pick a different character based off, I didn't know that McCree was such a funny motherfucker or something. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, well, I'm going to pick him now. And you're going to
Or
put
why
more
is
effort.
Winston a robotic gorilla who knows science stuff?
That's a really good question. And we don't have names. It'd be cool to have a little backstory on everybody.
Yeah. Even if each one was a short story mode, like a half-hour campaign or an hour campaign, almost like a fighting game story where you play through a fighting game story.
Mortal Kombat's campaign, which isn't anything oh my goodness, but it's cool that they have it.
Yeah. Let's continue down this list. Dark Souls 3, just by what I've played of it, I think kind of deserves to be on this list.
Yeah, I bought it because I was watching you play it, and I was like, I did play the first Dark Souls, and I got pretty far. I don't think I ever beat it, but I got very far in it, and that one was rough to play.
Yeah, it's rough.
And watching you play this one, I was like, oh, it's not, because I didn't even buy 2 then, because the first one was just very slow. It was very...
Yeah.
It was kind of rough to play.
I need to start grinding on Dark Souls because I need to build my stamina and my endurance and
I was watching you play, I was like, oh, this game looks kind of sweet. This is more of... It's like a combination of the Dark Souls with a little bit of Bloodborne because it's it's still not like Bloodborne.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say it is, but it's a little bit quicker.
Well, they give you the option almost to play it like Bloodborne, where you can dual wield stuff. Where I know Bloodborne, you have the sidearm to stun people, but this has the throwing knives in it where you can stun people. This has you can dual wield weapons. You can two-hand a giant weapon. I mean, you can do that in all of them, but still it looks looks awesome. Stardew Valley, surprise, is on here. It's
No
coming
idea
out,
what that is.
Coming out for consoles later this year. It's like this. Remember the Harvest Moon games for Super Nintendo?
Yes, I do.
It's basically a super Harvest Moon, like all steroided.
That's
up.
actually kind of cool.
Yeah. It's coming to consoles later this year. Dude, one guy made that game. He did all the music, did all the sound effects, did all the graphics and stuff.
That's rather fucking impressive.
He went from like living in a basement to making like $6 million in a week.
You know what? Good for him. That's cool.
We need to do that.
Yeah. Well, I don't live in my basement, but
Well,
I could.
you're down here most of the
I
time.
am down here.
Fire Emblem Fates probably deserves to be on here.
88 seems a little high, but that, yeah.
The Witness. I didn't play The Witness.
I don't know what that is.
It's a indie puzzle game.
I don't play a lot of indie games. I don't know if you've noticed from me not knowing what the fuck.
No, I know. Tales of the Borderlands is on this list for the simple fact.
You skipped one.
Did I? Oh, Doom is real good.
Yeah, it's cool.
I don't know if you knew that we talked about that game a lot for a couple weeks.
Well, when it first came out.
Yeah, it's real good. Still need to finish it though.
Yeah, it's cool. Campaign's sweet. Multiplayer kind of sucks.
Yeah. Tales from the Borderlands.
Fantastic.
It's on this list only for the simple fact that the last episode came out this year.
I was gonna say because I was like that came out last year, but
Yeah.
I guess episode I think 5 or
So
6,
like
I don't know.
they count it as a 2016 game because it's finished. So
Well, that's
still a great game.
I really liked it.
I
Probably
love
my
that game.
second favorite out of the Telltale games.
Yeah. Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE for Wii U and Firewatch are the last two.
And Firewatch was like that was a game that I wanted to play, and I did not get it, but that one looked kind of cool.
Did you see that fiasco where Ford stole like the art off of their off the Firewatch's website to advertise cars?
That's funny, but I didn't see that.
Yeah. So let's talk about these games a little bit. I kind of feel like Tokyo Mirage Sessions is a little high. I've been playing it. It's no, it doesn't suck.
I'm telling you, the ratings are a little high because the selection is not very good.
Yeah, I mean we're only halfway through the year, but
I know. I'm just saying, but you tend to see,
yeah,
like if you have like a bunch of amazing games.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think the ratings are whatever.
Yeah. Uncharted, I think, is rated a little high, personally.
I think it's a 93 because it has Uncharted at the beginning of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that's one of the only reasons why. But
I think it looks amazing.
I mean, I know there's certain people in our community that love the Uncharted series, and like I love the Uncharted series too. Ray, don't hate me, but I think Uncharted 4 is the worst in the series. And like, I know I just played through the whole series of the Nathan Drake collection.
Yeah. 2
and 3 are far superior games.
2 and 3 were good, but I don't know. I had to play it first, and then I'll give you my thought on where I'll rank them. After we both play it and beat it, we can rank the Uncharted games if we'd like.
Yeah.
But I don't think 4 will be the worst.
Here's the thing, though. Like, the shooting mechanics in that game are so bad, I had to turn on the auto aim.
How's it? The shooting is like the same exact thing as Tomb Raider, and you love that game.
But it's not.
It's pretty similar.
I feel differently.
It is. It is. Uncharted and Tomb Raider is like the same fucking thing. It's the same fucking thing.
But it's not, though.
But it is. One's a guy, one's a girl.
But it's... Yes, in theory, Uncharted, the original trilogy,
just like Tomb Raider,
is like Tomb Raider.
I remember
this game is more of an interactive movie experience, which I do not like.
Yeah, I don't like games like that.
And like the climbing is pretty automatic, which is good, except for like when you're climbing 70% of the game, it gets a little repetitive.
Yeah, too much climbing.
And like every 10 steps I take, they say, click L3 to view this beautiful landscape we've created. I'm on chapter 13. I get it. Your game's pretty. I don't need to look at the landscape anymore.
Just trying to show off what they made.
And it takes a lot of cues from The Last of Us, which, don't get me wrong, The Last of Us was great. But keep The Last of Us out of my Uncharted.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think I've talked enough on Uncharted to kill everyone's hopes and dreams.
Okay, so if you had to pick a game of the year from this selection, what would you pick?
From this list alone?
Yeah, from this list. What would you pick? Dark Souls?
Twilight Princess HD.
You can't pick that. If you can't
There's a reason this game is on 3 consoles.
Dude, you can't pick that stupid fucking game. Pick another one.
But honestly, I would have to pick either Fire Emblem or Overwatch.
You wouldn't pick Dark Souls? You haven't gotten...
I haven't really played enough of it to make that decision.
I don't know. I choose none of the above. Whatever gets Game of the Year, I guarantee you it's not gonna. It won't be from.
Oh no, it will not be from this first
way.
half. Let's look at the games we have coming out the rest of the year, like the big ones. XCOM 2, I think has a chance to win. Gears of War 4, not that I don't think it'll win Game of the Year, but Final Fantasy 15. What are some of the bigger games coming out this fall? Watch Dogs 2, South Park. I feel like a lot of places are going to veer towards the indie space because they seem to be doing a lot better than these AAA games.
Yeah, man, they aren't really blowing it up. But yeah, I guarantee you whatever wins Game of the Year will be from the second half of the year.
Yeah.
I have not been impressed so far.
I mean, Doom was fun, but that's what it was. It was fun. It's not a Game of the Year.
It's not winning Game of the Year. I don't think Overwatch will. I don't think it's that amazing.
Do you think it's weird that people had so many complaints about Battlefront, but love Overwatch for the same reason?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I actually like Battlefront more than I liked Overwatch.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that's really weird that a lot of people complain so much about Battlefront, and I feel like Battlefront offers a lot more than Overwatch does, and everybody is losing their crap over Overwatch. Not that Overwatch isn't a good game or anything, but I don't know. I think it's a little weird. Yeah, I don't think the Game of the Year is coming off this list unless they go indie, which it actually might be Inside, honestly. I haven't played Inside yet, but I like Limbo enough. So
the collection is shit. It just is, man.
Yeah. Let's check in with our listeners. We are not going to read all of these though, because we got a lot to do later. But our old friend CodFan FF. There he is. Are exclusive experiences like Halo becoming less of a selling point these days, or do games like Destiny and Call of Duty have more leverage with its exclusive content? I think that Sony has sold 50 million units with 3 exclusives.
Yeah, I don't think exclusives mean what they used to.
No,
at all. Especially because there's really not as many of them anymore.
Right.
And now everything you have, it's who gets the I think the Destiny exclusive content, the exotic weapons, was a bigger deal to me than Halo.
Yeah. And
maybe that's just because I love Destiny so much, but I would have been pissed if I couldn't have. Hawkmoon was an exclusive to PS4, correct?
Yeah.
Forever was that and the Monte Carlo. I can't remember. I remember the Hawkmoon was.
Yeah.
And that was my favorite weapon. So that makes a big difference. That one game that each console has the same game, but which one gets the content first, which one gets different content is now a bigger deal.
Right.
Which is weird that they do that. I find that odd that they even do that to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why one would I understand who gets the DLC first, but they both still get them.
Yeah.
I thought it was so weird that like PlayStation got its own specific weapons. It has its own specific armor.
Yeah.
Which is I'm glad I have it for PlayStation.
That Iron Banner armor is real cool though. The new stuff, the companion, what is it? The Camelot armor or whatever. And the Zen Meteor sniper rifle, super cool. For me, I think that these consoles offer so much now on the system other than games that the ecosystem is kind of what people play for now. And like, what can I get out of this box for the least amount of money? For me, because like, I see games like Destiny and Call of Duty and, you know, even Overwatch. Like, those are more of a experience that people want. And like I said, Halo 5 didn't blow anybody away.
No.
The last two Halo games didn't blow anybody away. You know, overall, I loved Halo 4 and hated Halo 5, but that's a whole other story. But, you know, I kind of feel like people are looking for, where are my friends playing? Like, what is this system offering me that the other system isn't?
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I think Xbox is losing, because, you know, their box was more expensive at launch. PlayStation offered a lot more. They had the exclusivity deal with Destiny, and now they have the exclusivity deal with Call of Duty, which
Xbox had forever.
Yeah, they literally stole from Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox had that forever.
So, I think the deals that these first parties are making with third parties is now what people are looking for. There's no such thing as like that killer app anymore, like Halo was on the original Xbox.
Right.
So, I mean, that's kind of my perspective.
Yeah, I agree.
Moving on to the next question. Mitch asks, what are some of your favorite game franchises that have disappointed you in recent entries? I mean, I could say Zelda. Skyward Sword was terrible.
Well, hopefully that's going to change. Mine would have to be, out of one that I really like, the Assassin's Creed. The last two have been so shitty. I could even go Call of Duty. I was going to go Call of Duty, but Black Ops 3 was like actually surprisingly sweet. So that one kind of changed.
Yeah, but Advanced Warfare and Ghosts were pretty disappointing.
They were awful. So like, I was kind of disappointed there. And that was Call of Duty was one of my favorite games of all time. But I would definitely say Assassin's Creed. You know, Black Flag was amazing, and I thought they were on an upward swing coming into the new.
Did you play Rogue?
Gen. Dude, I gave up. I mean, I played.
Rogue was like a direct sequel to Black Flag that like everybody wanted to come to PS4 and Xbox One and never did. It's stuck on 360 and PS3.
No, I haven't played it.
It's awesome. I recently got it because my buddy from work was selling it, so I bought it off him for like $5. It's awesome.
Is it?
Like, I don't want to be playing on my 360 anymore.
Yeah.
But that game, if you love Black Flag
was awesome.
And you want more of that style of game, it's Assassin's Creed Rogue is the best Assassin's Creed since Black Flag, in my opinion. You play a Templar instead of an assassin.
Oh, it's different.
Well, you're an assassin that changes sides is the story of this game. And it takes place in Canada and Northern America. So,
I'm trying to think what. So you're saying Zelda, Assassin's Creed,
Assassin's Creed,
Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean,
what are the ones?
Call of Duty not so much.
What are the ones that we just like? Halo, obviously for you.
Yeah, Halo 5 was a huge disappointment.
Like that's one that I feel like you're like really down on.
Yeah, and I mean, Gears Judgment, but I really don't count Judgment as a real
you could say the same thing about God of War Ascension too, but I'm not going to put those on the list.
Yeah,
because
it's not super recent. I'm trying to think of like the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah, Assassin's Creed is really the big one with Unity, and
Syndicate.
Syndicate was better than Unity, but still.
Unity was so fucked up.
God, dude, Syndicate. Why would you give me 3 different climbing buttons? First of all, like you press X to go up, circle to go down, and like square to strafe across the building. Like why? Why?
It should be X for all of them, and you just put
you press the direction you want to go. If you want to go down, you press down. If you want to go up, you press up.
That's how it should be. Can you think of anything else? I can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
I mean, not really. I mean, like, we could go far back and say, like, Madden hasn't really been on top of its game since, like, PS2, but that's, like...
I'm kind of, like, whatever with Madden. NBA, though, is on the rise, so is FIFA. Mm-hmm. Those two are both doing well.
Yeah. I know a lot of people are disappointed in NHL, but we're not huge...
I don't ever played a hockey game.
We used to play Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey on N64.
That was awesome, though.
That doesn't really count, though. That's like NFL Blitz for hockey, pretty much. That was awesome.
Hang time, NBA hang time.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It was sweet. Boom shakalaka.
Yeah.
Got it from that.
He's on fire!
Well, that's NBA Jam.
Well, you could be on fire in hang time.
I don't think so.
You could.
Could you?
Yeah, your sneakers would be on fire.
That was just, I guess, NBA Jam hang time. All right, next question.
Yeah, next question.
Do this one.
Which one? Actually. Oh, really? Okay. Megan asks, with the announcement of Spider-Man PS4, what other superhero games would you like to see done right?
Punisher. I know they have one, and it was for the PS2, and that one was fucking sweet. But they need to do a Punisher game. Yeah, because that's like the perfect character that you want to play as. I remember like the one for PS2, you could like kill guys in such creatively fucked up ways.
Yeah.
It's for the inner psychopath in all of us. We need that game.
Yeah.
We need a new Punisher.
Yeah.
That would be mine.
I actually want a Green Arrow game in the vein of a Batman Arkham game.
What about a Green Lantern? A Green Lantern game. Think about like with that ring. That ring doesn't get enough credit, man.
Yeah, but there's so much you could do with Green Lantern because
that's why
it's based off imagination. You would have to like... There would be so many abilities that you would just have to map to those buttons. That it would be overwhelming.
It would be overwhelming. It would not.
And like nobody ever gets flying right in games.
No flying. No.
So like that would be out.
Yeah, but I mean, the fighting could be awesome if you think about it. Like you don't have to have every power ever. Like, oh my god, my guy can do anything. But like as you level him up, you can create more powerful stuff with your ring.
Yeah.
Get like a tank or some shit. Some missiles.
Yeah.
Like you start out with like just like, oh, you can punch in a fist. You would just get like a fist, and then you could, as you leveled them up.
Well, they made a pretty decent Green Lantern game for PS3 when the Ryan Reynolds movie came out, which was kind of like it played a lot like God of War, and you kind of mapped.
That's how I would. That's how I want a Green Lantern. That's what I want. And Punisher. Daredevil.
Daredevil, I think that would play a lot like Arkham. I'm trying to think of games that would play well in the Arkham type space, like that kind of game, like an open world type action game. I really do think Punisher would work well in that type of game.
I'm telling you.
Especially like
environmental.
Like if you look at like the way Punisher was set up in the Daredevil series. And the way like the Mafia games work, and the way Arkham works, like if you merge like a Mafia, like
you could do
each like mob would have like control of a different section of the city.
Yeah, man, you could easily pull it off.
Yeah. So I think the Punisher, Daredevil, Arrow would work, and like the game I've wanted ever since it was rumored, but it was debunked, was like. The big rumor was Rocksteady was working on a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles open world game. Mm. Yeah. Similar to Batman.
Yeah. Punisher for me.
So. Okay. Next question. We're gonna do two more, and then we got a game planned. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited for this game. You have no idea. Mitch We read that already. Andrew asks, what are your thoughts on Kickstarter or crowdfunding projects? With the recent woes of Mighty No. 9, are you concerned about how Kickstarter games will be developed in the future?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I've never been crazy about like crowdfunding games.
Yeah, I kind of think like...
They can work. I'm not saying they can't, but...
Yeah, I mean, there's been two exceptions for me for Kickstarter, but every game that's come out of Kickstarter has kind of been like... kind of not great and doesn't really fulfill the promise. The only game that has fulfilled its promise and overly fulfilled its promise was Shovel Knight.
Oh, yeah.
That game came out for $20. and like in 15 if you're playing on handheld. They released about 6 months ago a free campaign of a second night, and this year they're releasing 2 more free campaigns for that game.
Yeah.
All that for $20, and that game is amazing.
Yeah, I mean there are exceptions to every rule.
And Yooka-Laylee looks promising, the Banjo-Kazooie successor. And a lot of people are excited for Bloodstained, which is the Castlevania successor. I'm not so hot on it. And I think
we're not big Castlevania guys. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's a reason they're kickstarting it. It's because publishers didn't want to take the chance on these games.
And that's where you get a little worried, where it's like, wow, but then again, big developer games haven't been that great. Indie games have really been on the rise anyways.
Yeah.
So it's just weird. So that they can be more successful now than in the past. But
yeah, and I mean we see games that have been successful without kickstarting. The indie games like Gone Home has been super successful. Inside, We Happy Few looks great.
Yeah, it does. We Happy Few looks really good.
Let's see, what are some of the other ones? Limbo was great. Bastion was great. What are some more recent ones? But like, there's examples of these games that have been great without being kickstarted. It's just, they take a chance and they make this game and it looks great. So I don't know. I think Kickstarter is kind of a cop out, and like we look at these games that are being kickstarted and funded by companies like Shenmue 3 is being kickstarted, but is being funded by Sony. So like how do you there's another page in that's like really shady. Mm-hmm. Like, why would you invest in this game and then start a Kickstarter again for this game? So I don't know. I think kickstarting is a big cop out, and I refuse to kickstart anything because like, look how many people got burned by Mighty Number 9.
I know.
People are still not getting their codes and the stuff that they were promised for this game. I don't know. It's a weird thing that I refuse to participate in. I will gladly buy the game when it comes out, but like, it's a weird one. All right. Let's see. Do you want to talk? Do you want to answer Casey's question, Mohammed's question, or Zach's question?
I don't care.
Okay. We're going to answer Casey's question. I've been listening to you for a while now and loving your show and YouTube stuff. Where's Joey at? I have some Toasted Beer suggestions. Update on Joey. He's doing great. He will be back. I talked to him today. He'll be back soon. Hopefully sooner than you think. I've been trying to hold off on buying a next-gen console, but I'm having trouble deciding on what to get. I've had everything on 360 that I've wanted, like Halo, Destiny, Metal Gear, and the like, and that have released on the new systems as well. But with Destiny leaving 360 and PS3 behind, I know other companies are going to follow suit if they haven't already. I know Andrew asked this question 6 or so episodes ago, but I was wondering if you had a better view after E3. What console should I get? PS4. No, like, even before E3, like, even last year, I might have said it's a toss-up.
No, I wouldn't have. I've had them both since day one of both of them, and I've always liked the PS4. And I've always been an Xbox. I mean, actually, I haven't, because I went from PS2
to 360.
To 360.
We both did.
I loved the 360, and I still think the 360 is better than PS3.
Oh, yeah, by far.
And then I switched, and I went to PlayStation. So I'm not biased on any company. I've had is 64. I have all of them. PS4. I don't know. It just seems more about the gaming itself versus the Xbox is more of a multimedia tool. And I just think it's better.
Yeah,
I like the controller better, which is big for me. I love the PS4 controller. I think it's the best out there right now. I just like it.
We were actually talking about that last night on the community show. We were talking about best controllers of all time, and I put PS4's controller up there.
Oh yeah.
I was like, well, if you would have asked me like 3 years ago, I would have said GameCube, just the way it's shaped and how it feels in your hand. But like
GameCube with 37 buttons.
Dude, you know the GameCube has less buttons than the PS2.
What's the one that had like a shit ton of buttons on it?
I don't know. The GameCube buttons are big, but it's not like I feel like we've had this discussion before about the GameCube controller, but yeah, the PS4. Honestly, like if you're gonna play Destiny, you're gonna get the exclusive stuff. No, like you're gonna want that stuff when Rise of Iron comes out.
Those buttons are in weird fucking spots.
Yeah, dude. Nintendo controllers are always weird, dude.
I know, but those buttons are not in, like. Why would you have a button like all the way down here? Like, why would you do that?
What, the B button, the red one?
Yeah, like that's dumb.
I don't know. I didn't design the controller. I just like how it feels.
No, you can't put that. The D-pad is all fucking junk. Like, I hate when the D-pad is next to the one joystick.
Dude, that's exactly how the Xbox controller is designed.
No, it's not.
The D-pad is down by the second analog stick.
Well, I like the PS4 one better. I'm not putting the Xbox one up there.
Yeah.
I like the PS4 one because they're both right here.
You want to see a jacked up controller, you look at that Wii U Pro controller where the sticks are both up high instead of down low. It's terrible. It's terrible. But back to the question. PS4, I feel like, in terms of games...
that's fucking dumb.
You look at the exclusives, and, you know, you got Horizon coming out, God of War, Last Guardian, Days Gone. You look at, like, based on exclusives alone, I think PS4 has the better exclusive lineup. But in terms of, like, if you want to continue Destiny, you know, you're going to get all that exclusive content. If you want your games to, if you're a tech snob and you want your games to look better, PS4 games run at a higher resolution than most Xbox One games. Plus, you know, if you have a decent enough PC, like, or even like a laptop, if you can buy all Xbox exclusives here and out on PC, and like the PlayStation is releasing a official PC adapter for that controller, so you can use that with those games as well. So like,
does that have to be a Mac? You took a Mac?
No, I'm talking PC, like a Windows-based PC. You can now use a PlayStation controller real soon. They're releasing a wireless thing for it.
So it's for Xbox or PlayStation? I thought you could play your Xbox games on like.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm saying like you can use your PS4 controller to play the Xbox Play Anywhere games on a PC.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So like if you want to play Gears of War 4, it's coming to PC day and date. You're not going to miss that experience. And in terms of like the console functionality, I think the PS4 is more intuitive. It like when you turn on your Xbox One, like it takes like forever to boot up and like log you in, and it's so hard to find your game queue. Your ready to download list is so just like it's clunky.
It's clunky. Yeah.
Whereas, you know, everything's right there on your cross media bar on your PlayStation. You can go to your library. You can see what games you have installed, have downloaded, are downloaded. Like I still think it needs a little work, but like it's way more intuitive, it's way easier to use than the Xbox. And I think the exclusives are better, which is big for me because I loved Halo and Gears of War for a long time. I am excited for Gears 4 though, but I would just say PS4.
Yeah, PS4
is the way to go. You want to answer one more? Or you want to get to back of the box trivia?
We can do back of the box trivia.
All right, back of the box trivia. I stole this straight from the Game Informer show, but it's gonna be great.
Wait, what is it? What do we do? Oh, okay.
I'm gonna read the back of the boxes, and you're gonna try to guess what game it is.
Okay.
Celebrating Nintendo 64's 20th anniversary. That is the theme of Back of the Box Trivia.
All right.
Let me get there. I'm so excited. All right, here we go. And now, if the word kind of gives away the game, I'm going to say blank.
Oh, okay.
So
right, I gotcha.
Step into the blank. As Carrington Institute's most promising
Perfect Dark.
Agent. Yep, you are correct. You are on that. Trouble brews when blank the witch captures an unbearably beautiful cub.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Yep. Batter your way through the blank and become a legend.
Legend of Zelda?
No. Arm yourself and up to 3 friends for an adrenaline-drenched 4-player action.
Gauntlet Legends.
Yes. I knew you were going to get that.
I should have let you finish before I start blurting out answers.
I mean, it's fine. If you know it, you just yell it.
Yeah, okay.
That's the point. It's the point of this game.
All right.
Evil is on the move, threatening the peaceful land of blank. Blank is determined to steal his way into the legendary sacred realm in hopes of harnessing the power of the mythical blank.
That's probably Legend of Zelda.
Which one?
Ocarina of Time.
Yep. You are assigned to covert operations connected to the blank weapons satellite. Blank will brief you on your mission and objectives from London.
GoldenEye.
Yep. As Blank, co-founder of the Blank, you must combat the evil empire. Engage in intense, fast-paced planetary air-to-ground and air-to-air missions. Dogfights.
That's Rogue Squadron.
Yes, it is. As Blank struggle against this. Let me start over. As Blank and the Blank struggle to defeat Darth Vader and the Empire, a new threat arises.
That one with that dude.
The one with that dude.
Something like the Empire or something. No?
You're correct.
What
but
the
you
fuck
need
was
the
that
name.
game called? The
Head of the Black Crime Syndicate.
I know, but I
aspires
know.
to
You
take
can
Darth
stop. I
Vader's
know what
place.
game it is. I just can't think of the fucking name. We've talked about it. Like the first level, you do the Hoth
Yeah.
level. Oh, what the fuck is that game? Shadows of the Empire.
Yeah. Yes. The guys at Rare have been very, very naughty. The day after his 21st birthday,
the freaking Conker's
yeah,
Bad Fur Day.
yep. It's bumpin', bruising, brawling, bash. The many worlds of Nintendo collide in the ultimate showdown of strength and skill. Up to 4 players can choose their favorite characters.
Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah. We have one more. Are you ready for this?
I think I've gotten them all.
An all-new epic adventure lands him in the mythical world of Termina, where the ever-present clocks count down the hours until a menacing moon falls from the sky.
Oh, come on. Majora's Mask.
Yeah. Yes.
100%!
Woo! Those were pretty easy ones.
Those ones were pretty easy.
I'm surprised you got the Gauntlet Legends one so fast, but that dude, you
I
played
played
that
the
game
shit out
so
of Gauntlet
much.
Legends. I really liked that game. That game was fun.
Yeah. All right, we're going to end the show. But thank you so much for joining us this week. Remember, you can find the DNA podcast as well as our new community show on the DNA podcast RSS feed on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and Google Play, as well as the video podcast on the Digital Nerd Advocates Network on YouTube and digitalnerdadvocates.com. Like, subscribe, and share. Leave us a comment. Remember, you can always catch us on Facebook and Twitter at the DNA Network. Thank you so much for watching. Until next week, we love you.
Peace.